Welcome students to your favorite channel Thakur's Physics Academy. So today we are going to solve some beautiful numerical problems now based on the fluid mechanics. Now let us come to the first problem. Now what the first problem will be saying, a vertical U-tube is filled with mercury in both the arms. A glycerine column of length 10 centimeter is introduced in the left arm and oil is poured in the right arm. Now until the free surfaces of both the liquids will be standing at the same level in both the arms. Now given that if the densities of mercury, glycerine and oil are 13.6, 1.3 and 0.8 gram per cc, then we are asked to find now what will be the length of the oil column, or we are supposed to find now what will be the length of the oil column. So once again, now remember the question. Remember the question. A vertical U-tube is filled with mercury in both the arms. A glycerine column of length 10 centimeter is introduced in the left arm and oil will be poured in the right arm. Now until the free surfaces of the two liquids will be standing at the same level in the two arms. Now given that if the densities of mercury, glycerine and oil are 13.6, 1.3 and 0.8 gram per cc, then we are asked to find now what will be the length of the oil column. Now, let us see now how to solve this problem, or how to obtain the solution of this problem. Now fairly simple if you have taken the problem. So I am removing the problem. So now let us see now how to get the answer, or how to obtain the solution of this given problem. So now I'm assuming that now let the length of the oil column will be x, then the length of the mercury column will be 10 minus x. So by looking at the diagram, it is very clear. I'm assuming that now let x be the length of the oil column, then the length of the mercury column will be 10 minus x. Now here, now what is the concept? Now remember, now since the point A and point B are lying on the same horizontal levels, that's the reason why now equating the pressures at point A and point B. Now remember, now since the points A and B are lying on the same horizontal levels, that's the reason why now total pressure at the point A will be numerically equal to the total pressure at the point B. So now what I am doing, now since now both the points will be lying on the same horizontal level, now that's the reason why I am equating the pressures at point A and point B. So meaning the total pressure at point A will be numerically equal to the total pressure at point B. So therefore, now what I can write? Now total pressure at point A will be numerically equal to now total pressure at point B. So now what is the total pressure at point A? So total pressure at point A will be P naught plus plus P naught plus we got now root 2 G. Now height of the column will be 10, will be numerically equal to now the total pressure at point B will be given by now P naught plus the pressure of the oil column will be given by now rho 3 into Gx now plus the pressure due to mercury column will be given by now rho 1 G now multiplied by now 10 minus x. So now what I will do, now I will remove this one. So we are already familiar with this. So I can equate now both the pressures. Now what I am getting, now the total pressure at point A will be numerically equal to P naught plus rho 2 G into 10 will be numerically equal to the total pressure at point B will be P naught plus rho 3 G into X plus the pressure due to mercury column will be given by rho 1 G into 10 minus X. So what I can do, now I can cancel P naught and P naught on either side. Now what will be remaining? So rho 2 G into 10 will be numerically equal to, now we are getting now rho 3 Gx plus rho 1 G now multiplied by 10 minus x. Now what I can cancel on either side, now gravity will be getting cancelled. So what we are going to get, now rho 2 multiplied by 10 will be numerically equal to now rho 3 into x plus rho 1 now multiplied by 10 minus x. Now substitute the densities. So now you already know the density of the glycerine has been given. Now 1.3 multiplied by 10 will be numerically equal to, now density of oil has been given, now 0.8 into x plus density of mercury will be 13.6 now multiplied by 10 minus x. Now just open up the bracket. So what we are going to get? So we are going to get now 13 will be numerically equal to now 0.x plus, now if I open the bracket I get now 136 minus 13.6 x. Now this can be further simplified, or this can be further simplified. So further I can write down now 13 will be numerically equal to, now we get now 136 now 0.8 x minus 13.6 x will be numerically equal to, now we get now minus 12.8 x. So if I simplify, now what I am getting, now 13 will be numerically equal to 136 minus 12.8 x. So now taking x on one side, so now taking x on one side. Now let us see now what we are going to get. Now taking x on one side. So therefore now what I can write? So I can write now 12 point. So I can write now 12.8x will be numerically equal to now 136 minus 13. So what we are going to get now 12.8. Now 12.8 into x will be numerically equal to 123. So therefore now x will be numerically equal to now 123 now divided by 12.8. Now this will be coming out to be now approximately now 9.6 centimeter. So remember now that should be the answer we got for this problem. So the length of the oil column will be numerically equal to 9.6 centimeter, or the length of the oil column will be numerically equal to now what we get now 9.6 centimeter. So that's a very simple problem. We got a fundamental problem, a fantastic problem. You can say building a step, or the first step we got for doing the higher problems. It's a foundation problem, an excellent one. So now similarly, if we have taken this problem, now let us come to now one more numerical problem. Now I will make now here itself. Now let us come to the next problem. Now the problem number 2. So now what I am doing, I will make the problem now here itself, because it is also based on the vertical U-tube. Now it is also based on the vertical U-tube. So I can make one more problem. So the next problem we got. So the second numerical we got. Now let us say you got now one liquid of density rho, and the length of this column will be 20 centimeter. Now let me complete, then we'll come to this one, and this will be now another liquid of density 1.5 rho, and the length of this liquid column will be 10 centimeter. Now this will be now third liquid, and let us say now the height of this liquid will be h, and let us say now the density of this liquid will be 2 rho. So we got now the second problem. Now making here itself. Now let us see. Now what is the second problem. Now second problem will be saying a vertical U-tube will be consisting of a liquid of density rho, now having a length 20 centimeter in the left arm. Now another liquid of density 1.5 rho and having length 10 centimeter is taken in the right arm, and we got a third liquid in between, and the density of the third liquid will be 2 rho. So now we are supposed to find now what will be the value of H, or now we are supposed to find now what will be the value of H. So find the value of H. So that is the question we got, or that is the question we got here. Now we need to find now what will be the value of H. So once again, if you come to the problem, now what the problem will be saying, a vertical U-tube will be consisting of a liquid of density rho, now having the length column 20 centimeter. Now another liquid of density 1.5 rho will be taken in the right arm, now having the length column 10 centimeter. So now in between the two liquids, now we got now another liquid of density 2 rho. So now we need to find now what will be the value of H, or we are supposed to find now what should be the value of H. So now let us see. Now once again, now what is the concept? Now you already know the concept. Now once again, if you look at the diagram, now both the points A and B, now both of them will be lying on the same horizontal level. Now since now point A and point B will be lying on the same horizontal level, that's the reason why now equating the pressures at point A and B. So you already know now the total pressure at point A will be numerically equal to the total pressure at point B. So now what I will do, so I will equate the pressures at point A and point B. Now let us see now what we get. So now I can say, so total pressure at point A will be numerically equal to now total pressure at point B. So what is the total pressure at point A? So total pressure at point A will be P naught plus now we got now rho G now multiplied by the length of the liquid column, that will be 20, will be numerically equal to now the total pressure at point B will be P naught now multiplied by the pressure due to the first liquid column. Now that will be now 1.5 rho. Now 1.5 rho. Now G multiplied by now 1.5 rho rho G now multiplied by 10 plus the pressure due to the third liquid will be numerically equal to now what we get now 2 rho into G now multiplied by H. So therefore now what I am getting, so if you look at the diagram now very carefully, so if you have taken this 20 centimeter, I will remove this 20 centimeter so that things will become more simple. So this will be the point A. So now you can clearly see now the total pressure at point A will be numerically equal to P naught plus rho G into 20 will be numerically equal to P naught plus 1.5 rho into G into 10 plus 2 2 rho into G into H. So therefore now P naught and P naught will be getting cancelled. So what will be remaining now? So what will be remaining? So 20 rho G will be numerically equal to now 1.5 multiplied by 10 will be 15. So 15 rho G plus 2 rho G into H. So therefore now rho G can be taken common. So rho into G can be taken common. So what I get now 20 in the bracket will be numerically equal to rho G common. Now what we get now 15 plus 2H. So therefore now rho G and rho G will be getting cancelled. So what will be remaining? So 20 will be numerically equal to now 15 plus 2H. So therefore now finally now what I can do? Now finally now what we are going to get? So therefore now what we get? So finally now 20 minus 15 will be numerically equal to 2H. Now implies 2H will be numerically equal to 5. Now H will be numerically equal to 5 by 2. So therefore now H will be numerically equal to now 2.5 centimeter. So remember now that will be the value of H, or that will be the length of the third liquid now having the density 2 rho. So very simple problems, but very fundamental problems on fluid dynamics. So hope you have understood the problems. So follow all my lectures. Now this is lecture number 4. Now follow all my 3 lectures on fluid dynamics. Then you will be able to understand this problem with more clarity. So for all the people who are preparing for NEET and IIT, now this will be a fantastic problem we got to start with in this chapter, fluid dynamics. So dear students, so once again I thank you all people for giving a lot of time, sparing your time, now having patience to listen the problems. So now please like my video. Now please like my video, share my video and subscribe my channel Thakur's Physics Academy. So thank you very much.